do love me do. Do love me, do love me do. I love ya. Do love me, do love me do. Do love me, do love me do. No one else above ya. Do love me, do love me do. Do love me, do love me do. I need ya. Do love me, do love me do. Do love me, do love me do. Oh. If you can't tell, this is a Deuce Ace movie review for Guava Island. I'm Deuce. I'm Ace. And this is Deuce and Ace, Bro to the Movies. Alright, Deuce and Ace here. Separately we just watched the hit Donald Glover short film Guava Island, available on Amazon Prime. And you may not know, but I'm a huge Childish Gambino fan, Donald Glover fan. I watch Community. I watch Atlanta. I listen to all the albums. So when I heard about this film...
What's the name of his second album?
Second fullest album is because of the internet.
Okay, what's the third one?
Awaken My Love.
Okay, just testing them.
I know my Bino. But as soon as I heard about this movie, I was like, well, I got to see it. And I was like, hey, yo, Deuce, we should review this movie. He was like, nah, I don't want to see it. I don't. But we finally saw it, and here's the review.
Here's the review. Guava Island. Guava Island stars Donald Glover as
Denny Maroon.
Rihanna as
Kofi, last name.
Letitia Wright as
Yara.
And some other Cuban, Jamaican, French, African people.
And the dude who played Red, Ananzo.
Nando's Peri Peri.
He was
Pause. Yeah, you know my man Nanzo Nosy as Red.
You might know him from Game of Thrones Season 2.
Yes, we do. I don't watch Game of Thrones.
No one does. It's over.
I never watched Game of Thrones. Just 3 episodes. Not my cup of tea.
That's neither here nor there. We did watch Guava Island, though, and I gotta say, I enjoyed this movie. I told you, I'm a huge Donald Glover stan, and he could do no wrong.
Yeah, so let's describe the movie. So Guava Island is a fictional place. I believe the film was shot in Cuba. And interestingly enough, before this video, I made some a Cuban black bean soup. It was pretty delicious, right?
It tasted like black beans.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, so Guava Island is a fictional island, and it was the paradise from the 7 gods of the nations or something of that nature, and it was untouched by man. And the theme in the movie on the island is that there's love and there's war. Wherever there's love, the reciprocal of war is there. So there's also these random, and I don't know if this is a spoiler.
Silkworms?
Yeah, silkworms. And, they're beautiful, but, as soon as people found the silkworms, there's war over it. So we're now, who knows when that was, just in times past, we're now in the present of Guava Island, where the Red family?
What's his name, Red? Or?
Name Red or the Red family.
Red's cargo.
Yes, is in control. One family is in control of everything on the island, and they are like a sweatshop and factory that makes goods for... Who knows? I don't know if they export all their items or not. It's not really explained. And so throughout this is very... like, how do you describe, like... It's not dystopian, but...
I mean...
It's a very oppressive regime. All they do is work. They have no... Like, they work 7 days a week, no playtime or whatever. But then you got Childish Gambino's character and Rihanna's character. What are their names?
Denny and Kofi.
Denny and Kofi. Denny, he's a musician. He plays the guitar and sings for the radio broadcast. And Kofi, she makes and sews dresses. So they've been...
Kind of spoilery.
Sorry. She works in the factory and stuff. And so they have this love, and this movie is about their love, this oppressive regime, and just the options and dreams of trying to get beyond that.
Yeah, I think that's as much as you can tell without getting into spoiler territory. But let's talk just overall feel of the movie. I can't even call it a movie. It's more of a short film. And it's kind of just a vehicle for all the songs that Childish Gambino's been dropping for the past few months. So, it's kind of a musical. He'll randomly break into a song and dance number. And if you like his music, you're going to like this movie.
And even if you don't like his music, you still may like the movie. It's different.
It's very artsy.
Yeah, it's very artsy, and I could appreciate the art. At times, I can see the message. There are times where the message is lost, and it just seems like a extended video shoot for This Is America, summertime, and
Summertime Magic, Feels Like Summer.
Feels Like Summer, yeah.
Saturday.
So sometimes it feels like it's an extended music video, but I can definitely appreciate the art. I can appreciate the vision behind it. Like I'm going to say it's a work of art, just like This Is America. You know, again, they played it on the radio, but it's not really a song you could dance to.
Yeah, it doesn't really work without the video.
It's not really a song that like you gonna go around singing just because it's like, oh wow.
I go around singing it sometimes.
There's a song in my heart. Let me sing This Is America. But you definitely appreciate the art, and I feel the same way with this film. And it reminded me of Michael Jackson. I know there are times where he would make 30-minute music videos, and he changed the game. And to me, this is Childish Gambino again, just changing the game with his artwork, and it's mad appreciated.
Mad appreciated. And in one of Childish Gambino's earlier songs, he said something like, "I won't stop till people say that James Franco is the white Donald Glover." Well, this is it. James Franco is the white Donald Glover. Donald Glover, actor, musician, director, writer, singer. He does everything, man. Like, it's crazy. Leave some talent for the rest of us.
Yeah, Deuce and Ace over here, right? Am I right?
Alright, but that's enough of the non-spoiler talk. We're ready to get into some juiciness of this movie. So, if you... Sorry, brain fart. If you haven't seen this movie, make sure, drop a like, comment down below, tell us something, and then follow us on social media. Then get on out of here.
And subscribe. We would love for you to subscribe.
Yeah, get that sub count up, bro.
Please.
Alright, so, ready for the score?
I'm ready for the score.
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. 7.5. 7.75.
Alright. And it's kind of a shock to me because, as I said, dude seems like, man, I don't want to see this movie. I'm like, dog, come on, it's going to be great. But so I guess he enjoyed it.
We're about to talk about that in the spoilers. So again, if you have not seen the movie, now's your time to subscribe, put a hyperlink so you can come back after you watch this movie on Amazon. Spoilers. Alright,
so, Childish Gambino, Donald Glover, kills it as Denny. And he kind of just seems like a Donald Glover type character, very laid back. He wants to be free. That's the whole theme of this movie, freedom. He just wants his one day off. So throughout the movie, he's telling everyone that he's going to throw this music festival, just let everyone relax and have fun. So he's running around, he's got his guitar, he's got like 3 different jobs, and he's always late to everything. And I just thought that Donald Glover brought a sense of childish wonderment to the character.
Man, Ace is over here. We saw completely different movies. Now, I like the concept of this movie. Again, excuse me while I read off my favorite quote from the movie. We live in paradise, but we don't have the time nor the means to experience it.
That's a tagline of the movie.
Oh, it is?
No, I'm joking, man.
Wow. No, but so when he said that, I was like, oh man, this movie's deep. Like, wow, this is our lives. Like, we 9 to 5 it, even if you entrepreneur, self-made, you're constantly working and working and working, and you don't have any time to experience it. And I was like, wow, this is deep. Let's see where it goes. And it was Childish Gambino singing and dancing for Rihanna. So it was like it had substance, and again, beautiful cinematography, beautifully shot. I like just the vision and the art of the movie, but I felt I was let down with whatever message it was trying to say.
I'm gonna have to disagree with Deuce on this point. Denny, the quote, he's saying that we don't have time to enjoy it, and the whole movie is him trying to find a way for not just him and Kofi to enjoy the Paradise Island, whatever, but for the whole island to enjoy it. That's why, spoilers, he risks his life to throw on the music festival. He's like, it's important to him because I can't really remember, but earlier when he first meets Kofi and he's writing the song for her, what's he talking about at that point in time? He's talking about something about like freedom. That's like his main drive and goal. He wants to be free. He wants everyone to be free. So he sings that This Is America, the whole factory. He gets up and starts dancing. kind of weird, but it makes sense. There's the one quote, he says, what are you talking about? This is America. Anywhere where you work to make someone else rich is America.
Yeah, he said that America is a concept. The American dream is a concept. And again, he said that right after the quote I just said. So at that point in the movie, I'm like, dang, this is dope. Layer upon layer. Wow, what am I going to get into? And then that part of the art fell off.
Well, I think because it is just a short film. It was 55 minutes long. It didn't have enough time to delve deeper into these concepts. But if you listen to, because you have to put the film in the context of all of Donald Glover's work, of Atlanta, of all of his music and stuff, and it creates a picture of what he's trying to say.
But each film, each piece of work has to stand in and of itself.
And I think this one did.
No, I'm saying so I get it. The way they, and again, I gave the movie a 7.5, so I enjoyed it. I liked how he tied in the song "This Is America" he tied it in to a scene in the movie. So we've all seen the video, and he's made another video that pretty much is the same dancing. I don't know why he gives like that ugly face. Like he's doing that even not in that song, and it's just like,
maybe he's just ugly. I don't know.
I don't know. And see, it's stuff like that, like the ugly face. That this is a serious movie. They're talking about serious stuff, and then I see the ugly face. I'm like, oh my gosh, stop doing that face. But yeah. So it's just like I like the art. I like how, I don't know if the songs were made for the movie or this movie was made for the song. So I like that aspect. I like the fact that yes, he stood up. Even in the face of adversity, he had the money. He could have gone away. Rihanna's character, Kofi wanted to get away, and he had the money to do that. But it was more important to him to have this day off for his people. So that resonates with me. But it's just, maybe it's too short of a movie. Maybe they didn't have enough time to expound on the stuff that they laid out in the beginning.
I would agree with that. And one of my notes here is that the movie felt kind of rushed. They're going from story beat to story beat. So you're right, they didn't dive deeper into some of the larger themes and messages. But I think that it still worked for what it was trying to do. It was just like sprinkling out, oh, maybe think about this, think about that. They want you to think, and as we're doing, have our own conversation about these things.
Okay, with that being the case, well, let's converse.
Alright. That's an awkward way to start a conversation. But yeah, man, let's talk. What do you think about what he was talking about? He's saying wherever you're working to make someone richer, you're not really free. So let's say like you work a 9 to 5 at McDonald's, you make whatever minimum wages right now per hour, but then you got the head honcho making however many billions of dollars. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't want this to be too long of a video. I think the head honcho can make his money. If it's his company, then it's his company if he's the CEO. But I do agree that most people, when they're working for someone else. Even as a boss, as a manager, you know, whatever the case may be, you're working for someone else. And is that life? Is that all life is? To work until you're 65, just making other people richer?
It's like 75 now. That most people aren't retiring as young as they used to be.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying, it's like, is that life? And it's ironic that this takes place on the island because, again, you know, in America we think like, oh, we got it made. But I see that life, and I just see them going to the beach and just the clear water, and it's like, man, they got it made. So, I mean, it does make you think. It puts things in perspectives. I got one of my coworkers. He's you know, he's from Jamaica, and he's starting his business there. And he just talked about just waking up and before going to work, just having to swim at the beach. So it's like, yeah, you know.
I mean, you could have a swim on the beach in America if you live near the beach.
I get it. It's just a different lifestyle. When I was in Mexico, man, you know, we just climbed up to the roof and just
smelled the bread. This dude Say telling the story.
Because being in Mexico, you know, you paint this picture of this and that, and it's like, wow, the people are happy, the people are free. And so that idea of freedom resonates with me, yes.
I don't want this to be too long of a conversation, but you say you don't got no problem with the McDonald's CEO getting his money. I don't think there is any job where anyone deserves billions of dollars. I'm not talking about redistributed wealth. I'm not talking about communist Marxist propaganda. I'm talking about it doesn't matter what your idea is. It's not worth $8.3 billion while people are living minimum wage jobs. That's all I'm saying.
All right, well, maybe if
Hey, yo, get in the comments down below. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you want Deuce and Ace to talk politics, let us know. But this is about Guava Island, and yeah, even though it let me down, I still enjoyed it. There were certain characters that were kind of just like, man. Letitia Wright's characters, like, man.
Yeah, like she wasn't really. She was funny as Shuri in Black Panther. She wasn't really funny in this one. She was kind of random.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really, like, you see other characters, reoccurring drummers and the little kids and stuff like this, but this is a very centralized story. It's about Denny, it's about Kofi, and it's about Red. And Red, I mean, this dude doesn't seem like he's the best actor, but he's large and does the part, and he's pretty gangster. Like, he was like, don't throw this party. If you throw this party, you're going to catch these metaphorical hands. Childish Gambino threw the party, and they killed him. Spoiler, I mean, and sure, it's a beautiful representation of the funeral. They had their day off. Red is like, what, where's all the workers the next day? And it's like, haha, you showed him. They're having their day off. But is it worth it? I don't know.
Well, obviously, for Denny, it was worth it. Because, he gave his life just for them to have this. I mean, one day maybe there starts a revolution. Maybe they, take up arms. They kick the Red family out. Who knows what's going to happen in the future of Guava Island. But that one day, everyone to come together over the martyr that is Denny Maroon. It was just a beautiful scene. And I think, Rihanna's Kofi's gown was probably made from the silkworms that they were talking about. Look very silky.
Yeah. So, and so we're kind of going all over the place because I feel like that's what the movie does. So the movie is this work of art in and of itself. But then Childish Gambino is weaving his own musical art in it. And for me, I could have done without that. Not because I don't like the music. It was cool, and it was cooler, live in this movie, from the island perspective. But it just took away from a lot of the, meat that the movie was cooking up for us.
I'm going to have to disagree on that point. I thought, to me, the music was the meat.
Oh, no, man. The deep stuff that we're talking about, to me, that's like, it's esoteric. It's like, wow, is this life? What is freedom? It's just, and then Childish Gambino, all that stuff.
Okay, the dance moves are weird. He makes the weirdest faces.
And just it's in a 55-minute movie, he does it 10 minutes for 3 times. That's 30 minutes. That's over half the movie.
I don't know. I don't know the numbers on that. We'll have to go back and check that one out. But the scene where he's singing Summertime Magic to Rihanna's Kofi, and you see her get up, they start dancing, that was just so sweet, so beautiful, man.
But it wasn't earned because aside from, and again, I like about this movie, the intro of the movie is animated. And it's just a nice story. And just, again, the project as a whole is something wholly original, something very creative. So I appreciate the project. But you got this story laid out and mysticism and the origins of the island, and then
that's just the background, dog. That's just the backdrop. Yeah. This is a movie about real people. The mysticism, all that, but that's just so that you could understand it's an idyllic little island.
I get that, but then you see them interact in the animation. You see them. He played the guitar for her as a child, and they've grown up. He has his once, she has her once. So then they interact in one scene as live action. And then I'm supposed to care about the relationship when he's singing to her. They don't spend the time on us making Phil invest in their relationships. In fact, it's are they actually together the way they interact?
They're obviously actually together.
I know they are,
but if you remember when he's playing the guitar as a child, he's like, I'm going to make a song as beautiful as you are. It's like, oh, you're never going to make that song that beautiful. And he did it. He got his song. And it's to set it up so as once he gets killed, that they finally had the perfect relationship. Rihanna's pregnant at this point. It's kind of a throwaway plot point. But you see, they finally he made the most beautiful song for the most beautiful woman, and then it's all taken away from him for his ideals that he's willing to stand up for.
Yeah, but that doesn't negate what I'm saying about their relationship in the scenes where they're acting together feeling earned. But yes, again, the story...
They had great on-screen chemistry. I felt like they were in a relationship.
I did not, but, I'm Deuce.
I'm Ace.
And we got different opinions, so, this is America.
Don't catch you tripping up.
But, again, it's just... I feel like we're rambling just because the movie, it wasn't long enough to, leave a lasting impression. I feel like 2 weeks from now, I'm not gonna be thinking about Guava Island. And again, it's not a bad movie, but it was just like, wow. In the moment, this was cool.
For like 2 weeks from now, I'm still gonna be singing these songs. I was singing them before Guava Island came out, so I'm still gonna be thinking about it.
Yeah.
But one more thing. We keep talking about Rihanna's Kofi. I feel like she was a weak point of the movie. She didn't really have her own like character story. She was just kind of there so that we could feel worse or feel better for Denny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen Battleship or whatever else Rihanna's starred in, but I don't think anyone believes she's the greatest of actresses, and she don't gotta be. You know, she's doing her thing with Fenty and Savage X and music. So
yeah, she ain't dropped no songs in a while.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like she doesn't have to be a great actress. But again, that's where I feel the movie let me down. You know, it's sure she's there, but it's lacking. To me, this just appeals to the eyes. This movie, visually, the setup and everything. You know, it appeals to the ears if you like the music, but it tickles the mind, but it doesn't quite satiate it. That's my overall summary of this movie.
And I think that was the point. It's just to start a conversation. So, what did you think about the movie? What did Joe Schmo think about the movie? And then
what did Jillian Fillion think about the movie?
Yeah, just what did if you saw this movie, what did you think about the movie? You know, we always tell people comment down below, but for real, comment this time. I want to know. Don't know what we commented. I want to know what you guys
comment, dog.
But I want to know what you guys thought about this movie. I want to start a dialogue down in the comment section.
Don't be surprised if we start. Don't be surprised if we start a dialogue in your comment section. No, I mean, yes, this movie, like, I got more to say that you probably don't want to listen to in the video, but yes, it did spark dialogue, and, you know, me and Ace are going to continue this conversation.
Yeah. And one last thing, I just think it was weird that, the whole movie's anti-corporation, pro-freedom, but then it's on Amazon Prime, like one of the hugest corporations in the world. It's just a strange dichotomy that tickled me the wrong way.
I mean, hey, Childish Gambino, even he's not free, man.
I know, man. None of us are free.
This is America. All right. As always, again, we said it earlier. Please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I'm Deuce.
I'm Ace. And this has been Deuce and Ace, Bro to the Movies. Out.